It's been 3 months since Argentina ordered a lockdown to stop the spread of COVID-19. Many locations are now opening up, but in the most populated areas like the capital Buenos Aires and the surrounding province, heavy restrictions remain in place. At Shoemakers Viamo, only a handful of employees who have their own means of transport come to work. They avoid using public transportation where the risk of infection is greatest. Most of the company's 150 employees remain at home.
Nosotros estamos trabajando una capacidad del 10 al 12%.
We've been working at 10 to 12% of our capacity for the past 3 months in the factory. We're trying to balance the books with online sales and help from the government. This company has ridden out several economic crises since opening in the late 1980s, but it could not have survived this downturn without support from the government. This is the second month we have received help from the government, and with that, it is the second month that we have paid 100% of the salaries. Argentina's government is aiming to offset the effects of a prolonged lockdown on the economy with a rescue package valued at more than $8 billion. Latest figures show 89% of Argentines have benefited directly or indirectly from government assistance. Yet World Bank figures forecast Argentina's economy will contract by more than 7% this year. And while no economy is likely to be spared the effects of the pandemic, Argentina is particularly vulnerable. Before the coronavirus outbreak and lockdown, the economy was already reeling from 2 years of recession, and the country is currently locked in last-minute negotiations with creditors to avoid default on $65 billion of debt, though a deal could be reached this week. Small and medium-sized companies account for around 45% of Argentina's production, according to one SME organisation, but have been hit hard in recent months and recent years. In the last 2 years, 2018, 2019, around 25,000 companies couldn't survive and closed. The backbone of the government's plan to get through the pandemic is to make sure we do not lose jobs. Companies like Viamo are among those still able to pay its employees' wages. But companies like this rely on the domestic market, and the most populated areas of Argentina remain on lockdown for the time being. Joel Richards, CGTN, Buenos Aires.